I know you got a lot to say. And make sure you like and subscribe to the Shade Room's YouTube channel and chime in because we want you to be a part of the conversation, of course.
That's right. Hey, roomies, we got a big show for you, man. I'm your other host, Zach Boog. We got Trey the Truth here. Congressmember Jasmine Crockett is pulling up, and we have a special guest from Stars BMF. But you got to stick around to find out who it is.
Is it Big Meech?
I'm not telling. You got to stick around.
You never know. How about this, roomies? If you're ready, let's get it. All right. A judge has reportedly denied DDG's temporary restraining order against Halle Bailey. Now, you know, they've been going through a little bit of back and forth. Now, as we reported yesterday on the Shade Room, DDG filed a request to prevent Halle from taking their son out of the country and sought a temporary restraining order alleging he was a victim of abuse in their relationship. This has gotten, well, it's actually went from bad to really bad.
Yeah, it's getting worse.
Yeah. I don't even know what to think about it at this point. Zach, you said, we were talking about this earlier. You were talking about there was some text messages, right?
Yeah, DDG posted some text messages that he submitted to the court, that was submitted to the court for the proof of, you know, the instability that he was claiming that Halle had. You know what I'm saying? As somebody who has dealt with the system in custody battles, I knew that restraining order wasn't gonna work. I mean, it's really just because men in the court in that court system, you know how bad and out and down and out the woman has to be for you to get custody and stop anything.
She's got to be on cocaine.
It's got to be really, really, really bad. But I do like that DDG is fighting in court. You know what I'm saying? I hate it. It's so public and everything. But here's what they got to really understand, in my opinion. I think they have to understand that the child is going to suffer when they beef. You know what I'm saying? When, if you try to take the child just with the mom or just with the dad, or just the child is going to suffer. So just try to keep that as the number one focus. And, you know, hopefully they can get their, you know, their back and forth squared away. I really do wish them the best because I know what it feels like to be in that hot seat. Well, I know what it feels like.
It's a nasty place.
It's a nasty place.
Terrible.
Nasty place. Hate to see it for him. Let's go ahead and move to this. Another terrible thing happened over this week. Brian McKnight lost his son, Nico, this week. But instead of mourning his son, he called out his brother, Claude McKnight, and his son's mother in a strange video and message. Take a look at this.
Big thanks to Claude McKnight's tasteless and self-aggrandizing announcement on TikTok that frankly was not his to make. In my opinion, he inserted himself and used Nico's death as an opportunity instead of letting him pass with respect and dignity. It has instead turned into a circus, a mockery of a life now lost, making this tragedy into a reality show type drama. While that was unfolding, my family and I flew home to Maui and had a private memorial remembering him and all the good times. The last time he and I spoke, we offered him all the help we could provide. We had the #1 oncologist on deck for him and a team of specialists on standby with private care in our home. He and his mother declined. The door of communication was open and remained open until his death. To the self-proclaimed mama bear, may God have mercy on your soul for not allowing him to accept that help and not allowing him to use that line of communication.
Tom, was you there?
I'm
just trying to figure out how the Hennessy bottle made the video.
Because Hennessy was probably.
I'm trying to figure
Hennessy
out.
was probably.
That ain't got nothing to do.
Was you holding the camera?
Hennessy was probably more than likely either Nico's favorite drink and they made it like that. And I hope, and I know it's been talk with our brand team of being able to send a engraved bottle.
Oh, that's nice.
To them, man, to try to help that situation out, man, and ease. You know, when you get those kind of sympathy gifts, it makes people feel better.
I just feel like with this, I feel like Brian McKnight had to try to clear his name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't see anything wrong with what he said. I just feel like, you know, it came out that, you know, as if it was presented as if Brian McKnight didn't care. You know what I'm saying? Or he completely ignored this situation or wasn't there. And I think he's clearing his name. I don't see nothing wrong with that.
I mean,
and he lost his son. We got to have some empathy.
Absolutely.
He lost his son. Like, it's got to be some empathy.
People have been following the story for a while, and there's been, you know, accusations that he completely put off his children. He had another Brian McKnight Jr. Like, I ain't never seen that be done before.
That's tough.
So you can't really fault the public for, you know, having questions about his relationship with his kids when you do something like that.
Well, George Foreman had all his kids were named George.
That's true, but it was like he did it to replace the Brian McKnight Jr. that he had originally. Like, don't act like you don't know the story. My thing is, when you doing a video where you whispering and ain't nobody else there, I don't believe none of you guys.
No, Kiki.
Don't whisper to me.
I will say about this situation, because it's so volatile. There's definitely his side, the other side, and the truth somewhere in the middle. But again, and I would urge anybody in this type of situation, I get it, man. Sometimes your baby moms, and trust me, I know about baby mothers that'll get on your nerves. God bless them. We all in a great space. Let it stay like that, Lord. But
it's tough.
But what I would say is that even though you get in those tough spaces, man, them still your kids, and your kids are you're going to have tough spaces. They're going to have where they don't seem like they appreciate you, but this is the type of thing that you don't know what's going to happen. Life throws these curveballs at you, and it's just for your son to pass away, and then you not being able to help take care of him. It's tough. It's just that whole thing just tough. It doesn't feel good.
Well, we